I got my back blown out on an island in Nicaragua.
Welcome back to Finding Myself One Adventure at a Time, where I share the highs, lows, and everything in between of solo travel. Today is day 30 and 31 of 93, so let's get into it.
3 days and lots of transportation drama later, I finally made it on the ferry to Ometepe. If you've been following along, you know I changed my travel plans to go to this island with my fling. However, we never made it there together due to unforeseen weather conditions. Anyways, I had my entire route for the 3 months planned out in advance, partially because I was working while I travel and partially because I'm the type A person. So because my plans changed unexpectedly and everything was in flux, I wasn't really sure what to do with myself when my fling left town. I knew I didn't really want to stay in the town I was at anymore, but I wasn't sure if I was ready to go to the next place that I had originally planned. So at the very last minute, I decided I was going to try to get on the ferry again to go to Ometepe. I arrived to the port like 5 minutes before the ferry left. Actually, the guy that I shared a taxi with didn't make it on because he was too slow buying his ticket. I mean, at this point, it would be abnormal if I didn't have a slight doubt that I was going to make it on the ferry. This turned out to be a good decision because my friend Gage, who I'd been with for about a week, was on the ferry and headed to the same hostel as me. He actually had a friend from Canada meeting him, so I got to make a new friend. Since I booked like 2 hours before my arrival, the only room available at this hostel, because it is in demand, was this super luxurious like honeymoon suite type thing, but it was really nice to stay just for the night. Treat yourself, I guess. We arrived on Wednesday nights, and in Nicaragua, like every day of the week almost has a big party in different parts of the country. So this one was Wet Wednesday at a hostel down the road. The boys were trying to convince me to come, but I decided to stay in, not only to take advantage of the room that I only had for the night, but also because I was feeling a little bit worn out from all the partying we'd already done and emotional, but we can talk about that more later. Okay, so one of the most popular things to do on the island is grab a scooter and cruise around. This time I was wanting to be the driver and not the passenger princess. The rental guy offered me a brand new bike and he was like, oh, it'll be easier to see if there's scratches. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna take the used one. Especially because I wasn't feeling super confident in my skills operating the vehicle. But he was like, if you've ridden a bike, it'll be like that. It'll pick it up in 5 minutes. And honestly, he was right. I started to feel a lot more secure as time went on. We took the scooters over to this natural water reserve where there was a rope swing. This is where I got my backbone out, and not in the fun way. My first attempt on the swing was an epic fail. It's funny because I was scared of not letting go because I've just seen videos of people doing rope swings and they forget to let go and then they swing back, but obviously that wasn't a problem because I flew right off. I was a bit more graceful and redeemed myself the second time around though. When we got back to the hostel, I had to change rooms. This was like a 6-bed in suite with a really nice view, and it actually wasn't even that much. It was maybe like $28 a night. For dinner, the three of us split a whole fish, and then I had a maracuya, aka passion fruit cheesecake. It was amazing. Ended the night by trying to catch a wild frog. There's so many animals you see all around this island, and I'll be showing you in the next video, so see you there.